In Sardinia, Godou Kusanagi plans to return a stone tablet entrusted by his grandfather back to its former owner, named Lucrezia Zora. However, Erica Blandelli, a knight of the Copper Black Cross, threatens him to hand over the stone tablet, calling it a grimoire. When a boar is summoned by a rogue god named Verthronga, Erica fights it. Attempting to find Erica, Godou runs into Verthronga, who flees after Godou explains that he is delivering the grimoire to someone. Although Erica is unable to stop the boar in time, Godou rescues her before the boar disappears. Erica later discovers that Godou is delivering the grimoire to Lucrezia, and Erica's maid, Ariana Hayama Arialdi, accompanies them to Lucrezia's house. While there, Lucrezia reveals that the grimoire is based on the Book of Prometheus, telling Godou to look after it. The next day, Godou and Erica encounter another rogue god named Melkart. Having learned of the 10 incarnations from the grimoire, Godou asks Melkart to form an alliance against Verthronga. Using the grimoire, Godou steals Verthronga's golden sword. After kissing Erica, Godou kills Verthronga using the warrior, therefore becoming a godslayer known as a Campione. Godou has a dream of meeting Pandora, mother of all Campiones, who hereby dubs him a Campione. Godou realizes that Erica has moved to Japan, much to the dismay of his younger sister, Shizuka Kusanagi. Erica transfers to Godou's school, causing him troubles on her first day. In a botched attempt to escape the mayhem she sets off, Godou meets a princess shrine maiden named Yuri Maria and learns from Toma Amakasu, a member of the Committee for the Compilation of True History, a magic organization based in Japan, about the possibility of Erica seducing him into joining the Copper Black Cross. Erica brings Godou to Rome upon request to meet the representatives of the Magician Society and shows them his new powers by facing him in a duel. The representatives decide to entrust Godou with a round grimoire upon seeing his abilities. Godou also finds out that Erica chose to be with him out of true love, not by orders from her superiors. Yuri is tasked by Amakasu to verify that a round grimoire called the Gorgonian has been brought to Japan by Godou. After Godou unknowingly gives the Gorgonian to Yuri, she lectures him, explaining to him that the prophecy of Princess Alice foretells the Gorgonian bringing about the end of the world, known as the Starless Night, if obtained by the rogue goddess Athena. Upon hearing this, Godou and Erica set out to find and stop Athena to buy enough time for Yuri to seal the Gorgonian. Unfortunately, Athena kisses Godou as an unexpected move to take him out, forcing Erica to fight back, but to no avail. Yuri, on the other hand, is approached by a girl named Liliana Kranchar, a knight of the Bronze Black Cross, who has come to take the Gorgonian. As Amakasu arrives to rescue Yuri from Liliana, Godou wakes up to Erica, who tells him that Athena has gone after the Gorgonian. Erica kisses Godou in order to transfer information about the origin of the Gorgonian. As Godou and Erica are on their way, Yuri tries to seal the Gorgonian at a shrine. However, Athena gets to her first. Although Liliana comes to aid Yuri, Athena easily acquires the Gorgonian and transforms herself into her goddess form. Yuri absorbs the wind of death released from Athena during the transformation. As Yuri attempts a long shot to turn the tide, Godou arrives in time to heal Yuri and face Athena once more. Before Godou confronts Athena, Erica gives him the key to victory via a kiss. During the battle, Godou brings up the story of the Gorgonian, exposing Athena's weaknesses. The battle ends when Erica gives Godou a lance to pierce through Athena, returning her back to her youth form and allowing her to leave in defeat. The next day, Godou faces Yuri's wrath for his latest and extremely misinterpreted indiscretions. Yuri wakes up from a vision she had about Liliana discussing plans with a Campione named Sasha Dejenstal Vauban with a sinister expression, but keeps it to herself, hoping it was a dream and not a vision. Yuri's sister Hikari Maria believes that Yuri has a crush on Godou, blowing things out of proportion. Due to their rivalry, Erica challenges Yuri to a baseball match, resulting in indescribable suffering for Godou as the catcher. After Yuri provides Godou with food, Erica convinces Yuri to be accompanied by Godou to buy her first cell phone, though Yuri has trouble operating one. That night, another Campione named Salvatore Dani calls Godou, telling him to fight Vauban, who is currently in Japan, in order to become stronger. However, Godou hangs up in the middle of the call. Elsewhere, Yuri has her bath rudely interrupted by Liliana, who brings her to Vauban in his mansion. Vauban tells Yuri that he intends to reenact the sacrificial ceremony to summon a god that Salvatore had crashed 4 years ago to ease his boredom. Amakasu asks Godou and Erica to rescue Yuri from Vauban, since only a Campione can face against another Campione. As Godou and Erica make it past the obstacles in the mansion, Yuri voices her opinion to Liliana that Godou is not like the other Campiones. Once Godou and Erica meet Vauban, Erica manipulates Vauban into believing that Salvatore said that the elderly should accept their age and the youth should take over authority. In response, Vauban releases Yuri from his mansion, for which he plans to hunt Godou down and take her back after giving them 30 minutes to run and hide. However, if they can last till sunrise, then he will admit defeat. After 30 minutes pass, a pack of wolves gives chase, but Erica defeats them. Vauban appears and summons an army of dead servants against her. Godou attacks Vauban by calling forth the White Stallion, but Vauban transforms into his werewolf form and consumes the White Stallion, prompting Godou to grab Yuri and retreat using the raptor. Erica enters into a fierce battle against Liliana. When Yuri tries to treat Godou for his wounds, Amakasu sends Yuri to persuade Liliana to stop fighting Erica and defect from Vauban. Godou, Erica, Yuri, and Liliana all prepare for the final showdown against Vauban. Erica and Liliana deal with the dead servants surrounding them. After kissing Erica, Godou brings up Vauban's past, annihilating the pack of wolves. However, in order to defeat Vauban, Godou must successfully remake his golden sword, which will work after Yuri passionately kisses him. Even though Godou defeats Vauban, the latter still has a trick up his sleeve, that is to completely control the weather. Godou uses the goat to control thunder, and with the help of the 3 girls, he is able to defeat Vauban once again. Although Vauban survived the blast, sunrise occurs, and Vauban leaves while admitting defeat. In Italy, Godou is stuck vacationing on a beach with Erica, Yuri, Lucrezia, and Ariana, but it is not like he wanted this to happen in the first place. Trying to escape their antics, Godou runs into Athena, who wants him to come with her towards something that has stirred up her feelings of excitement. Meanwhile, Liliana realizes the error of seeking Salvatore's help in dealing with the Heronian, a grimoire-shaped like stone pillar located in an underground chamber. When Salvatore slices the Heronian in half, it transforms the land's energy into a dragon above. A rogue god named Perseus shows up to valiantly slay the dragon without any concern for the consequences, ignoring Liliana's pleas. Fortunately, Athena intervenes, while Liliana takes Godou away from the area, explaining to him what Salvatore did. When Perseus pursues the two, Godou calls forth the boar to attack, but Perseus survives. Using the raptor, Godou charges at Perseus. However, Perseus shoots Godou with an arrow to the chest. Athena stops Perseus from killing Godou, saying that Godou is much more interesting to fight after he has been beaten, which convinces Perseus to step back until next time. In another dream, Godou meets Pandora once again, when she notices that the ram revived him, so she encourages him to defeat Perseus. When he recovers in Liliana's room, Liliana berates herself for her inaction earlier. Liliana's maid, Karen Jankulovsky, tempts Liliana to prove her love interest in Godou, much to her embarrassment. Godou and Liliana then try to figure out how to counter Perseus's trump card. After Godou leaves to enjoy the view outside, Liliana later catches him reading her romance novel. Athena arrives to offer information about Perseus, but this means Godou will owe her a favor, to which Liliana rejects the offer. Liliana constantly struggles with her feelings with him when she tries to write love stories. She paralyzes him with tainted mint tea for her to personally confront Athena. However, Godou still has the strength to make the deal with Athena before she leaves. Meanwhile, Salvatore prevents the other girls from reaching Godou. Perseus soon sends Godou and Liliana a message calling for a duel at a place he considers suitable for displaying his greatness to an audience. Karen tells Liliana that the only way for Godou to defeat Perseus is through a kiss. However, Godou goes off on his own, disregarding such advice. When Liliana finds Godou near the Colosseum, Perseus arrives and challenges him to a duel in front of the audience. Even when using the bull to attack, Godou does not fare well against Perseus, much to Liliana's worry. Since Godou still does not have what he needs to achieve victory, Liliana makes a decision to kiss him, which gives him the necessary knowledge to defeat Perseus. During the battle, Godou reveals that Perseus disguised himself as a Greek god, for he is actually the Persian god Mithra. Although Godou breaks Perseus's bow and arrow, Perseus stabs Godou with his sword, but Godou uses the camel to kick him away. Perseus then uses his ability to force Liliana into subservience to attack Godou, but Liliana manages to break free of the spell after hearing Godou call her name. Liliana shoots Perseus with her bow and arrows, allowing Godou to use the boar to defeat Perseus. Athena appears to heal Godou's wounds by kissing him before departing, much to Liliana's chagrin. Perseus is killed by a shadowy figure with a Sith, who devours him in her serpent form. The other girls finally visit Godou in Liliana's room, where Karen had purposely told them about Godou's victory achieved by Liliana's kiss. Liliana also transfers to Godou's school, again much to Shizuka's chagrin. When Godou and Liliana go to Yuri's shrine, they meet Yuri's friend, Enna Seshuin, who claims to be chosen as Godou's wife. Her intentions attempt to question how Liliana and Yuri feel about Godou. This later gives Erica to finally have the opportunity to go out on her first date with Godou. Liliana and Yuri soon realize how they feel about Godou, while Erica reminisces with Godou on their first victory together against Athena. The date is interrupted by Enna, who challenges Erica to a fight to the finish. However, Godou tries to cease the fight, but he is instead sucked into a portal underground to the Purgatory, prompting Erica and Enna to jump in as well. Meanwhile, Athena literally drops in on Shizuka at the Kusanagi household, looking for Godou. In the Purgatory, Godou meets Susanoo in a cabin, revealing himself as a god who is also Enna's guardian, and Godou begins to understand who Susanoo was before he retired to the Purgatory. Meanwhile, as they resume their intense fight in the mountains, Enna allows her sword to be fully possessed and controlled by her, which is gradually depleting Erica's energy. Liliana and Yuri witness a black aura filling the sky, covering the entire world. When Godou takes over the fight against Enna, she decides to retreat instead. As Erica is slowly dying, Godou tries to teleport her back on Earth, but ends up taking her to various places. At the Kusanagi household, Shizuka misunderstands the things Athena said about her relationship with Godou before suddenly leaving. On an island, as Erica says her last words, Godou finally masters summoning the youth from Verthranga's spirit, having her ingest it through him to save her life and give her divine protection. While trying to rescue Godou and Erica, Liliana and Yuri are interrupted by the same scythe-wielding serpent goddess that consumed Perseus. At the shrine, when Enna reappears completely merged with the Ame no Murakamo in the form of a god, Godou and Erica save her, but the serpent goddess, recognized as Metis, absorbs the power of Enna's sword. Godou recalls from Susanoo that Metis, who is Athena's mother, wants to swallow the heavens as prophesied in the Gorgonian, which actually does not pertain to Athena. Ariana and Amakasu come to retrieve Godou as well as Athena, who seems to have lost her memories after Metis previously absorbed her powers. Erica, Yuri, Liliana, and Enna stay behind to try to buy enough time against Metis to allow Godou to recharge his powers. However, after the four are easily defeated, Metis comes after Godou, who manages to revive his powers. During the fight, Metis absorbs Athena's powers again, transforming her into her true goddess form. In order to prevent the prophecy from coming true, Godou receives help from each of the 4 girls to expose Metis's weaknesses. With the last kiss given by Athena after summoning her with the gale, Godou is able to achieve victory, banishing the black aura from the sky and returning everything back to normal. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, be sure to let us know by leaving a like, subscribe for more stories, and check out other stories right here. And be sure to find me on Instagram, instagram.com/JakeJohnstonVA.